Alright everybody, welcome back to the UltraGoldenAnt channel. It's your boy, Anthony, or aka UltraGoldenAnt. Let me let you know what we got here. This is episode 2 of Retro Game Pickups. I just got picked up some games these last few weeks and now I've had a chance to really tell anybody about it. So I'm going to do it all here right now for all 20 of you who subscribe to me. And I want to thank everyone for who has started subscribing to me, for showing support. I promise as I get more and more experience about this, because I don't know what I'm doing right now, they will get better. Maybe I'll do some Let's Plays and all that stuff further down the line. So let's see. Here's what we got. WWF WrestleMania. Let me tell you a story about this. When I was around maybe 7 or 8 years old, that's when I met one of my best friends. My best friend, his name's Marcus Shine. The things that drew us to one another is we both liked wrestling and we both liked the Goonies. And one of the first games that we ever played together was this game. Now, looking back on it, this might be one of the crappiest wrestling games out there, but for nostalgia factor, it's awesome to have, period. Next in the lineup, because I got, this isn't just NES, I got some other games from some other systems too. Look at this, the Atari 2600 port of Pac-Man. Now, me and my boy Rick over there at Gaming World United had actually said that this might be one of the worst ports of Pac-Man of all time. I agree, but the thing is that it was around me as a kid and I used to play it. So I said, why not have it again, right? Next, we have, just digging here, Missile Command, which is considered a classic among the Atari players. I mean, everybody loved Missile Command. Alright, let's see what else we got here in the bag. Oh man, this is the Data East mascot, Karnov. This was a pretty good platforming game, and the character Karnov, if he looks familiar to you at all, he's also the main boss in the fighting game Fighter's History, and he's the first boss on level 1 of side-scrolling Data East beat-em-up Bad Dudes. Alright, and what do we have next? Also from Data East, one of the early versions of a fighting game, Karate Champ. This is actually a pretty good port compared to the arcade version that it derived from. Next, we have Warlords. This was another great game for the Atari 2600. One of the early versions of a multiplayer game on the system. I mean, like multiplayer, not just 2 players. You could have done like 3 or 4 if you had all the connectors and those little paddles and all that stuff. What do we have next in here? Oh, we got a couple left. I saw it for $5 and I had to grab it. The first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Nintendo game. Now, I'll be honest, this game is difficult as crap. I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2 and all the games that came after it much, much better. But, hey, not a horrible game, but it's cool to have for collector's purposes. It's another one of those games where I'm like, hey, this makes a pretty good conversation piece. And last but not least, in my retro pickups, I started off this video with a wrestling game, and I'm going to end it with a wrestling game. So here's what we have. WCW Monday Nitro. I remember being 15 years old, and I really, really, really wanted this game. And my mom got it for me. It was cool the first few times I played it, but after a while it was kind of like, lame. Now, I just have it mostly for collector's purposes. So that's it for this episode of Retro Gamer Pickups. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at UltraGoldenAnt. You should also check out some of the Facebook pages that I'm known to hang out at. House of Nerdum, PWDNS, people who do nerdy stuff, Glitch, Gaming World United. Check them all out. They're all pretty good places. So until next time, have a good one.